So we have a lot and a lot and a lot of rumors going on about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. One of these rumors that actually excites me, that I'm actually believing in, is the whole Season 2 thing. Now, what would Season 2 entail? Is it even possible? Are we going to get a Season 2? What's going on? I'm Darkstrider the YouTube Assassin. We're going to get into this, and I'm going to explain to you why we may be getting a Season 2, what it may entail, and a couple of my thoughts on what we should see if this is going to work. Let's do this. So, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, if you think about it, has been out since October 5th of 2018. And since then, it's grown to be just a massive, massive game. It started off with like all kinds of glitches and errors and stuff like that. I have tons of footage on the errors and glitches that they had in the beginning. And they fixed them all. And then we started getting all kinds of other things. We started getting all these higher levels. Okay, we went from level 50, we're at level 99 right now. The Lost Tales of Greece, free DLC that they've given us that we could play, and it just kind of gives you extra story, here and there. And then there's just massive amounts of quests, other things that they give us, other things that they hook us up with. It's been just intense. And then, of course, the DLCs, the Legacy of the First Blade, which introduced us to Darius, and of course, the very first use of the Hidden Blade. And then there's also the Fate of Atlantis, which it's extra maps, and that's cool and all, but it really is not explaining anything about Atlantis yet. So hopefully they do something about that. Hopefully they get into that a little further. They've given us new abilities. They've given us enhanced abilities, which are like absolutely amazing. It's really game changing. All these like extra abilities that they've given us, that they've enhanced for us. We could turn them on and off. It'll do different things. That's absolutely incredible. Your ship, as always, I mean, you can upgrade it to God knows where. They gave us extra upgrades. You could go and change the cosmetics on it. And then, of course, you could just have a ton of different lieutenants that you can add that change the game as far as like your naval warfare goes. All right. Then, of course, we have the mercenaries, tons and tons of these mercenaries, which we will all battle. They changed the tiers. We went from having just all the way to the very number one spot. They gave us all those S tiers, which were crazy. And, they gave us extra perks and everything. So, I mean, those were like really amazing changes. Okay, then there was obviously the cultists. We had the original cult, and then we had extra cults with the DLC, which was absolutely amazing. So the game has grown in the time that we've started playing it. But where is it going? Now, some of the things that were announced at today's E3 are absolutely amazing. Okay? First of all, it is a fact. It was rumor, and a lot of you guys during some live playthroughs have spoken to me about it. These are now facts, okay? Story Creator Mode is coming out. Supposedly it was out today. I haven't seen an update for consoles. PC might have it. Just let me know in the comments below if you've got it and what you think of it. If you did get it, it's supposed to operate a lot like the Far Cry 5 arcade, which is absolutely amazing. Now, with the Far Cry 5 arcade editor, you could actually create your own area, your own sort of map, which is like completely crazy just to build like this whole thing. It's absolutely insane. So you can start your arcade editor, you decide what you want. There's a bunch of tools that you can use that kind of like helps you out and stuff. So it's absolutely amazing. One of the things that they do is they actually add a bunch of Assassin's Creed items from the games into the Far Cry 5 editor. So if it's going to work out like this, you can actually create your own areas, your own maps. So as you can see, this is like an empty map. Okay, you could decide what you want to like put in. You could look at your objects, all the different things that you have here. Select your tool. You can move everything around. You can put wherever you want, whatever. It's crazy the way that they do this and stuff like that. Now, what it's going to do, it's going to give you like a lot of it's going to be like a lot of things that you're going to have to like learn. You know, you're going to have to learn some programming. You're going to have to learn how to place things there. See, like here's a list of all the things that this has here. A bunch of Far Cry 5 things, and then we've got Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, look, Unity, Black Flag, Watch Dogs, which I'm pretty sure that they'll limit the stuff to only Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But you could look up different things. Here we go, like residential, see houses. See, you could actually build a house if you want. It's kind of wild. Look, here we go. Look at this. Different Egyptian style houses. And you're basically going to like, just set it up however you want. Design your level. You could place several of these all around and whatnot. And then, you could just go running across it, shooting, whatever. That's the basic idea of it. That's what the level editor is going to be. Now, this is not something that you're going to learn overnight and you're going to do immediately. Okay, this is going to be a process. You're gonna have to like really pay attention, have patience, and study what you're doing. You don't want to you really don't want to rush through anything, and you really don't want to beat yourself up if you don't have it perfect. You're going to have to keep practicing. But in the end, it's going to be one of the most incredible experiences you have because it's going to be something you built, and then you could share it with the community. Other people could play your levels. Other people could play your stories. You design what you want people to say, how they want them to act. We could have a whole another bad day sort of scenario if you wanted. You can make a short story. You can make a long story. The only limits are your imagination. It was also announced that in the fall, we'll be getting the Discovery Tour for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, what's crazy about this is that in Origins, basically you went around the entire region. You went to all these little locations and you basically learned about the history of Egypt. So now, that's going to be absolutely insane learning about the history of Greece in very much the same way, where we're going to go around to all these little spots. You're going to pick one out, and then you're going to start a tour, and you're just going to walk around, and every step you take is actually going to give you history about the area. So that's going to be crazy. I mean, look how large Greece is in scope compared to Origins. I mean, it's massive. Look at this map compared to the Odyssey map. Okay? Egypt is huge, but then you get to Greece. Greece is going to be even larger. So how much are they going to put into that? And also, it is going to be free the same way that it was free for Origins, as long as you had the game. You don't need the game. You could buy it separately as a standalone if like you're a classroom or something like that and you wanted to play around with it. That's what they did it for. But, it was kind of cool. They had all the different tours. They had different characters that you could pick, that you could walk around as. You got to see exactly what you did. And in Origins, once you completed all of this, you could actually change the skin of Senu, who is the eagle in this game. He could go from a brown eagle looking like Icaros to a kind of white eagle, along with like these weird stripes that like soar around as like it's flying and stuff. So, I mean, it's pretty cool if they give you like a reward, as far as that goes. But like, there's so much information in this Discovery Tour that, I mean, it was just phenomenal. Like, just think about it. Look at all this history that you can learn And I think that that's like an excellent thing. I think that all the Assassin's Creed games going forward should actually have a discovery tour. It should actually have an educational module like this. Some people were really just taken aback by it. They were blown away. They were like, what the hell? But the thing is, it's great. And believe it or not, once you start it, you really get into it. But what else does that mean for the future of Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Now, looking at the Discovery Tour, that's coming out in fall. Okay, so that's getting close to around the time of its 1 year anniversary. Extending this game's life really isn't going to be that hard, honestly. If you think about it, we're living in a digital age where you could just download all kinds of things. And on top of that, a couple of data miners have already found on the PC version that there is a large chunk of data that they're trying to like really get into and figure out what it is. So that may be more content, it may be more DLC. The only thing is that I believe that if we are getting brand new DLC, we're not going to get it for free with our DLC season pass. If you have a season pass, if they go into a season 2, you may have to purchase a season 2 pass. That may be the way that they go with this. It all depends. But hopefully, you know, it's worth it. What I would love to see is that if they do a season 2 season pass, that they give us something cool, kind of like, besides brand new DLCs, they also give us maybe, if they remaster the original Assassin's Creed, they throw that in for free, along with a PlayStation portable version of Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. Kind of like what they did with Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Liberation was actually the PlayStation Vita game, and they made it so that you could play it on console, you could play it on PC, and I think that's an excellent idea to get that for free on a season pass. So I hope they do that again. That would be absolutely incredible. Aside from all that, there was definite video footage, I've caught it myself, where we were actually supposed to be getting these hard mode style bosses, these legendary beasts, and every time you defeated them, they were supposed to give you a piece of Abomination armor. Now, right now, there is no way to get back into any of their layers except to actually start a new game plus, do it again, go and fight them all over again. You get their weapons, what have you. But the Abomination set was supposed to be the brand new thing, and it never really came out. So it has to be that may be coming out. If you think about it, already, once we get to around fall, and that's going to be almost the 1 year anniversary of this game, like, that would be absolutely incredible, just to fight these legendary beasts with all these brand new powers that we have. That would be absolutely incredible. But what else can they do besides these legendary beasts, besides the hard mode and Abomination legendary armor? What else can we get? There's plenty more. As I've said before, Greece has a lot of ancient history, a lot of incredible stuff. So why not have things that take pages out of God of War? Why not have, well, I mean, Cassandra basically is Kratos in the Assassin's Creed Odyssey dimension, but what if we have a bunch of battles between Cassandra and maybe some Titans? Cassandra and maybe a couple of other gods. I mean, we're already experiencing that in the Atlantis DLC, but just imagine, look at this, imagine battling Gaia, imagine battling Kronos, imagine battling any one of those guys, along with a bunch of the other gods. Like, just imagine what you can do. Imagine battling mythical beasts, like the Kraken, like, you know, like all kinds of other things. Just pick a freaking movie from like the 1980s where they had like Clash of the Titans or anything like that. All those kind of movies can be done. Imagine that. Imagine battling alongside Titans, like Kratos is doing here in God of War 3. Or imagine battling against them. Imagine battling brand new gods. Imagine battling any number of things. You're in the ocean, all of a sudden a kraken just comes out and starts attacking you. What are you going to do? That would be absolutely epic. Any way you look at it, there's so many possible directions that Ubisoft could go in order to make a Season 2 for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I really do hope that they do it right. I really do hope that they do have a lot more DLCs, a lot more free quests like they've been giving us. I really want to see this game like super supported. I'd love to see more. Not just here, but like what's going on in the present day. What's happening with Layla? What's happening with her team? I'd love to see more of that. I'd love to see them go on missions like Desmond did. Those are actually really incredible. I'd love to see all kinds of stuff like that. I'd also love to see them actually do something where they really do get involved with Atlantis, because so far these DLCs, The Fate of Atlantis, really isn't about Atlantis. It's all about like the gods. So when are we going to get to Atlantis? Maybe in the third episode. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, like, what do you think? Do you think that a Season 2 is a plausible thing? Do you feel like having a Season 2 takes away from having the brand new Vikings game? There are so many different things that they could do with the game. We've all heard different stories and rumors about Assassin's Creed Adder, Assassin's Creed Legion, things like that. What if they decided that all those things that they were going to use actually are going to be things that they put in the next couple of DLCs? What if that's what they're going to do? What if that's the plan? You know, where we're going to see the Roman coast or anything like that. You know, there's so many different things that they could do with it. But what do you think? Do you think that just Odyssey had its day and let's get to the Vikings game, let's get to Valhalla? Or do you feel like, yes, you know what? Keep us going with Odyssey another year, and maybe in 2021 release the Vikings game, and maybe you guys will have like a really solid, non-glitchy in the beginning, perfect game. Maybe that's the key. But let me know in the comments what you believe. You know, like a lot of these things, like I said, they were rumors and they turned out to be true. The story creator mode, the discovery tour, so many other things that people have said, and now we're seeing the truth. We're seeing that it's actually coming to fruition. What else did we hear rumors of and it's actually happening? I'd love to see that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. Let your friends and family know about the channel. Let them subscribe and like. Get them hooked. They'll love it. On top of that, also, take a look at the links below. I have links to like a couple of other videos that kind of talk about the things that I've been speaking about today, as well as a little blurb from our sponsor, Beautiful Halo, in which you can get different gear that is Assassin's Creed affiliated. You can get cool looking hoods, you know, just all kinds of shirts. They're really awesome looking. And even if you don't want an Assassin's Creed style shirt, they have other video games as well. Borderlands, Fortnite, things of that nature, Call of Duty. You're going to love them. I bought a whole bunch of them myself. But every time you make a purchase, it helps support the channel. So if you could please just give it some consideration, take a look. Once again, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.